Good morning, residents. Welcome to Talk of the Town for November 5th, 2020. We're sitting here in my office in Town Hall today, and I wanted to first focus on COVID-19. And unfortunately, as I think many have been warning consistently, we are seeing nationwide, it's certainly also in our county, increases in COVID positive cases. Just statistically, the amount of testing has continued to rise, although not at the same rate as in the past. Currently, as of the 4th of November, we've had 229,000 tests done in the county compared to last week's briefing, 204,000 approximately cases. The number of active cases has risen significantly during this past week from 154 to 212 cases. And in fact, we've seen the cases in the town of Wappinger just over really the last day or so of testing rise from 11 of last week to 17. We had actually dropped down to less than 5 for a couple days, but now we are seeing a significant increase once again. The 7-day rolling average for the county also has been rising steadily from well below 1% to 1.8% presently. And likewise, we're seeing it in the throughout the state. I think the better news, and to the extent that there is a silver lining in all this, the various statistics and maps that have been tracking the disease, including by Johns Hopkins and other organizations, but I look at Johns Hopkins as being the most reputable, perhaps, show that COVID-19 cases, as we're in this fall-winter second wave, are significantly less in those areas that had previously taken tougher positions, such as the state of New York. While numbers are rising, the state of New York's efforts have helped significantly. I think in order to avoid any more drastic efforts, we need to continue to work on minimizing, reducing the community spread. Recently, a number of the increases in numbers has been coming out of Marist College. Our young folks wanting to continue to have activities, but as of, I guess, a couple of days ago, Marist now has adopted much more strict protocols, including random testing, to try to stop the spread there. Part of the silver lining in all this is that the number of deaths has not increased during this particular time, and in fact, hospitalizations of serious cases has dropped from 13 to 5. So the efforts that are being taken by our residents throughout the town, and I think throughout the county, are having a positive impact. And I think that what we need to make sure we do is continue to wear your mask when you're not able to socially distance, and especially if you're not outside. If you're outside and in a gathering, again, please observe the social distance requirements. Our town events that we have been holding have continued to follow strictly the COVID protocols that we put into place. This will also be including our Veterans Day ceremony, which is continuing to be planned for the November the 11th at 1 o'clock p.m. That will be held outside of Town Hall at our flagpole, which is also one of our memorial sites for our veterans, one of 22 locations throughout the town that we recognize our veterans and first responders. While we have seen the eroding behaviors at universities, generally speaking, the rest of the areas and our restaurants, our public gathering places have been very careful to observe. And so I continue to encourage people to do this during the coming months, which are perhaps going to be at the most dangerous peak that we have ever seen. This is particularly true since yesterday, Wednesday, we saw the largest single day number of COVID cases. I think that was around 103,000 people in just one day. And that's actually exceeding the number of tests that have been doing in these various locations. So many different gatherings that have occurred have been contributing to the spread. So again, we really want to make sure that we continue to prepare for the winter months. Make sure you have ample supplies of PPE on hand, that is basically your mask and your sanitizer fluid. And of course, we continue to need to follow the washing your hands, wearing your mask, and also maintaining the social distance. Town Hall, we continue to follow that. And overall, we are continuing to see a strong number of people coming in, whether it's paying taxes or taking out permits. We're still seeing people doing the do-it-yourself projects, so that we continue to maintain our full staffing to enable that to occur. Our senior programs are gearing up for a very COVID-conscious winter program, but we're not going to stop. We're just going to make sure that we have the proper social distancing, wearing of masks for various events such as Movie Day, where we will be further restricting the number of people, but having more such programs going forward. So please observe the various COVID protocols that are in place in different locations, and please continue to stay safe and remain well. Tonight, shifting from COVID, we will be holding the required public hearing on the budget. This will take place in the big boardroom at 7 o'clock. And this is if anybody out in the public has any comments on the proposed budget. Feel free to come here. Again, COVID protocols will be strictly followed during the meeting, throughout the meeting. Next Monday will be our regularly scheduled board meeting, but that will also be largely dedicated to budget discussions, and hopefully by the end of that meeting we will finalize our budget proposal and get that officially approved by the board. The tentative approval has already been obtained. Now there'll be likely some fine-tuning in different areas, so please come on out, or if you can't come out, please send in a message to myself or to our town clerk, and we'll make sure that we address any questions or comments that you may have. Last but not least, as I mentioned earlier, we will be holding our Veterans Day ceremony on the 11th at 1 o'clock p.m. We are going to be having kind of the normal types of events that we've had, ranging from several speeches to some choir singing. I believe that also our trumpeter will be here. Vince will be performing, although out of a wheelchair, but we really welcome him and look forward to his presence. I believe Senator Serino, on the heels of a significant victory on Election Day, will also be here and participating in our program. So please come on out, bring your masks, remain socially distant. We'll be marking off some spots, but we hope to continue to recognize our veterans. I believe it's very important to do that in the best way that we can in a COVID-safe environment. So thank you very much. I really look forward to seeing everyone as they come into Town Hall. Have had a number of good discussions as you come in and to work at the various windows. So please, again, stay safe, remain well until we next see each other. Thank you, and have a good day.